Hey everybody, welcome into another edition of the Territory Talk podcast, a video edition of Territory Talk, the official podcast of the Panthers, presented as always by Baptist Health, the official sports medicine provider of the Florida Panthers. Doug Plagens, Jameson Olive here with you as always. AJ Greer of the Panthers, kind enough to stop by here on Media Day. AJ, great to see you. Thanks for being here.
Great to see you guys again.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. Well, does it have that first day of school type of feeling getting here on Media Day, your second Media Day as a Panther?
It feels like senior year. You're coming in, you feel like the king, and you got like everything's lined up and you know what you're doing.
And AJ, obviously going back to, we got to start with the Cup. We got to start there before we can move forward to this season. Going back to last year, obviously, new with the team. Doug and I were talking. You're one of those guys, you played for some teams. You kind of took the long road there. What was it like to hoist that cup? And outside of that, what kind of memory really sticks out from last year outside of that moment?
Well, memories, there's so many last year. I mean, we went through so much together as a team, and being a new guy coming into a championship team, I kind of tried to just insert myself in and still be myself, but not disturb too much around the organization, and really just blend in and kind of give the team my little spice, if you could say. So hoisting the cup was just an unbelievable feeling because, they talked about it so much during the year. Everything was just about last year. And then finally, once we got towards the middle of the year and towards the end of the year, everyone was kind of like, okay, yeah, we got this. Like this seems like this could be a championship team. And as soon as I raised that cup and honestly having that last shift and throwing my hands up in the air and my gloves, and it was an undescribable feeling of just joy and accomplishment, but also kind of the feeling that you went through so much. Like you said, I went through so many teams and through so many hardships early on in my career, and just thinking back to even when I was at Boston University and I left my second year at Christmas to go to the junior major league in Quebec. That was a huge gamble on myself. Like I had a full scholarship. I had just been drafted to the Colorado Avalanche. That organization didn't want me to make that move. I knew it was the right move to make. Everyone was telling me not to do it, and I went ahead and did it. And I knew that I had to gamble, and I had to, in my heart, do what was right for my career. And I always told myself I was going to go back to school. I graduated 2 summers ago. So that was done. And yeah, like there were many times where the trust around me wasn't there and the belief, but I always had some sort of belief in something that I knew was going to be special in my career. And it was just the right place, the right time. When I got the opportunity to sign with the Panthers, like it was a no-brainer. I didn't really think twice about it. I just told my agent we were going to do it. And it just fell right into place.
I have a few things we want to get to off what you just said there, and we'll talk about the Cup celebration and elaborate on that here in a few minutes. But you mentioned that last shift, and we've all seen the video clip when Paul Maurice at the end of Game 6 said that he wanted you guys on the ice, your line, Tomas Nosek, Jonah Gadjevich, yourself, because that Toronto series, for example, it turned in Game 3 when you guys were kind of reunited, and you guys played a huge role from that point on throughout the run. What was it like to have that kind of vote of confidence from the coaching staff, that they saw what you guys brought to the table throughout and wanted to reward you with the opportunity to be out there late in that game?
You have no idea how much that meant to me. For someone to think about that in that moment, in the biggest stage of our sport, with 2-3 minutes to go, like there's no feeling that can then mimic that feeling when he told us that, and then we got on the ice, and it's something out of a dream. It's something you dream of as a kid when you're on the ice, and then the buzzer goes and you throw your gloves up, and you could see like those clips that I was on the ice for. I screamed. I was like, for 30 seconds, I was like banging my stick. I couldn't really like keep it in. It was just all this like combination of all these feelings that I've had towards, this goal, and like I said, about the excitement, the glory, the accomplishment, but also like the pain and the suffering and everything else, the doubts that I went through, like it just kind of just came into this 30-second shift. And as soon as I saw that click tick, like I just threw my gloves up in the air. I was screaming. I let it all out, and then I skated towards the guys, and like we just jumped on each other. It was just this culmination of like incredible feeling. And for him to do that for a fourth line, like it's so special. I remember being on the bench, and I was just so excited for the clock to go down, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and all of a sudden he takes us in as a line and tells us that. And you have no idea like how special that speech was to us, and for it to be caught on camera, and for it to be able to be available for me to show my kids one day. It's very special, and it's something that, as a fourth liner, you get recognized. It's great anytime you get recognized, but to be recognized in that moment at that time, and to be put on the ice when you got 9 other unbelievable players in that forward group, it's crazy.
And during that shift, are you thinking hockey? Are you playing hockey in that 30 seconds? Or are you like, all right, I'm going to throw my gloves, then I'm going to go to Bob or maybe Gadge? Like, how do you focus for those 30 seconds?
There's no thinking. I bet you could find that clip of that shift, and I want you to ISO-cam me because I'm going up there. I'm jumping up and down. I remember the puck came out of the zone. They came back. They dumped it in. Like, I'm looking at the clock. I'm banging the glass. You got fans banging on the glass. I'm banging back at them with my stick. And then me and Nos kind of just came up the ice together, and I just put my arm around him, and I like just let out this big scream, and I just kind of like let it all out, like I said. And like there's nothing I could.
And it was
describe.
a unique scenario in general. You go back 2 years ago with the Panthers, it was 2-1 game in Game 7. It was down to the wire. Go to Game 6 last year. You guys had a 5-goal lead with about 5 minutes left. What was it like in the bench during that time when, you still had to finish it out, but I mean, like, you guys could start getting excited. You could kind of leave your body a little bit there.
Yeah. I think Rhino's empty netter kind of sealed the deal, and you still had to focus a bit, and you still got to give respect to the sport and to the opposing team. But it's exciting. You start looking around, you start kind of just taking it all in, and it was nice to have 2-3 minutes where you really could take it all in. It didn't come down to the wire. You could just sit back, take a breath, and look around and tell yourself that, just how are you here? And everything that's been like put in front of you, every opportunity, every hardship you've gotten through, and now you're in this place right now, and you should be taking these moments to look around, look at all these fans that are excited for you. You're sitting in the best spot ever in this sport, something that you've done forever. It's a lifelong goal for many people who play our sport, and I'm just very, very happy and lucky to have been a part of it.
And that celebration continued. And before everybody had their days with the Stanley Cup, the celebration kind of went on for days, and fans were
Weeks.
just as exactly, and fans were just as interested. It seemed like in that as they were in when the games were going on. Oh, the Stanley Cup's here today. Oh, the guys are here celebrating today. And I tell you what, you guys earned every single minute of that, because it's, just from our perspective, seeing it, the intensity of the playoffs, it's immeasurable. But what was it like those days afterward to be able to celebrate with your teammates? Seemed like nobody really wanted to leave. Everybody wanted to just keep partying, keep celebrating. And like I said, you guys earned every second of that.
Yeah. This organization and this team works so hard off the ice, and as a group, not only the players, the staff, and the coaches, to being able to put this product on the ice. And it really comes down to how focused everyone is and how dedicated we are to the mission, but to the organization, to the guy next to you. So I've never seen, honestly, a team that's worked this hard in the off season, and during the year on off days, preparation for every single game is the same. So when it comes time to celebrating, it's important to do it. And it wasn't easy at all. Like just the workouts, the grind, the travel, and the ups and downs we went through during the year with injuries and all, and the ups and downs mentally and emotionally that we went through in playoffs too. It's once that celebration started, like especially because going back to back is so hard to do. I think guys just wanted to celebrate and be together so much that everyone was on the same vibe level. It was great. It was so fun. We had something planned every day, and yeah, it was an unbelievable time, especially like with fans showing up. I remember going down Las Olas Boulevard in a couple golf carts. I think we were like 9 or 10 guys on 3 different golf carts, and we must have had 200, 300, 400 people like run with these golf carts like next to us and just like going crazy. And it felt like Tiger on 18. It was nuts.
When you said it wasn't easy, I thought you meant the partying, and because I agree that's not easy as well with how what you guys did, how long you did it for. And on that, like you said, you had something every day. I mean, obviously 11 looked crazy. You guys get to cut loose. We don't see all you guys cutting loose during the season. Obviously you're focused on hockey, but was there a point throughout the partying where even you were like, this is crazy. This got kicked up a notch? You mentioned the golf carts, but I'm talking about with your teammates. I remember a couple of years ago, like guys were on poles and roofs and going crazy. Was there a moment this time where you're like, all right, like this is in a fun way, like this is another level now?
The parade was pretty crazy. Yeah. I thought the parade was so special because every fan showed out. All the bars, all the restaurants were packed. I mean, we had so many people there, and then you're on stage and you look to your right and you got this beautiful ocean with the beach and the palm trees. And you're just thinking to yourself, like, there's nothing better than this. You're winning. You've got a great fan base and you're living in Florida on the beach with palm trees. How do you top that? Right. Yeah, that was the moment where I was like, okay, this is more than NHL.
Yeah.
This is like, this is nuts.
And your day with the cup looked like in the pictures, you got to share it with a lot of friends and family.
Yeah.
Just take us through that. What was the day like?
It was great.
You were one of the first guys to get it. I think you might have been the first guy.
Yeah, I was the first guy.
Yeah.
I was the first guy. And I don't know if you've planned a wedding before, but try to do it within 2 weeks.
Doug just got married like 2 weeks ago. Yes.
Thank you.
It's no joke. I mean, I had 2 weeks to plan this thing, and I had people coming from all over. I had people from Texas, from Toronto, from Ottawa, from some from almost California. Like I wanted everyone there. Of course, mid-July with 2 week notice, it's tough, but we still had 150 people at my party at night. So how the day went, and I thought we had 24 hours at the Cup. So I get this memo and it says, you have 12 hours. And I have all this day planned out on how I want to do it. So I'm like, God, I got to plan this out. So ended up that we started at my house with my parents' house in my hometown, Joliet. We had a backyard party. My parents did a phenomenal job at just inviting, all our family and friends from our hometown. And I'm so lucky to have my grandmother there. She's 94 now. So wow. to share that moment with her was unbelievable. And start off there for about 2 hours, a couple mimosas and just, interactions with people that I hadn't seen before with the Cup. It was an unbelievable time. Because, it's tough to keep in touch with so many people.
Yeah.
When not only do I have my career going, but I have family. And, so it was great because so many people showed up. And then after that, we had that 2 week period. We worked out a city parade with my hometown, and they did such a great job at just making sure everything was exactly how I want it to be. So we started in this park, made this little gathering, and ended up that like a couple, maybe 1,000, 2,000 people showed up. A little stage, and it was a smaller parade. And then for the people who are in this town, we started the route. Got on a party bus literally on top of a bus with the Cup. And we had like police escorts, and all along this main boulevard, this place was packed, and showed up to downtown area, had a really nice parade set up for about an hour and a half. showed the cup, tried to show the cup to everyone, make everyone touch it. I think that's kind of a special little touch that you can do, and not only just stay on stage, but bring it through the crowd and have people touch it. And like, people going nuts for that. Just being able to touch it. Like, I remember being like, people freaking out, being like, "Oh my God, I just touched the Stanley Cup." So I wanted to personalize it a bit, especially because it's a smaller town, so it's not too crazy. And then we did an hour of charity work. So I did a photo op session with people who could, 100 groups of people that could buy a ticket for $50. Raised $5,000 right there, which was great. And I gave that to a local charity of mine back home, and then took a party bus up to Montreal. We had rented this whole rooftop at this hotel, a brand new hotel in Old Port of Montreal, which is beautiful. It was actually rainstorming like the whole time we were driving up to Montreal. So I thought the party was going to be canceled, and like ended up that as soon as the party started, it just was beautiful. You know, after like a rainy day, that nice sky, and it was
temperature's great.
There was literally a rainbow too. It was something out of a movie. And then ended up at the bar the night, and once I got the cup at 10 a.m. They took it midnight, like on the dot, and I was like, take it. I can't keep taking pictures. My face hurts, but smiling so much. I'm having so much fun, but I'm so tired at making sure every 2 seconds the cup's okay.
Cup exhaustion's real. Like
it really is.
It's got a weight to it. Yeah.
There's no way I could have done 24 hours of it. There's no way. 12 hours was plenty.
Well, we're getting the signal now. This is Media Day. This is one of many stations
you got a lot of places to be.
You got a lot of places to be, yeah.
But we want to thank you very much for stopping by. I know we're going to have a chance to talk to you again here very soon, but we thank you very much, as always, for joining us here. And this has been Territory Talk, the official podcast of the Panthers, presented, as always, by Baptist Health.